Hello, Internet. Welcome back to Jams by Jesh. Today, I am going to be talking to all of you about the movie The Breakfast Club, and specifically the iconic ending with Don't You Forget About Me by Simple Minds. In 10 days, the film turns 40 years old. That's right, 40 years old. And I thought, what better way to honor it than to break down its most iconic trap and one of the most iconic needle drops in all of film. If you like this video, give me a like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what some of your favorite needle drops in other movies are. And without further ado, let's get into it. The song didn't just close out the movie, it became a symbol of the Brat Pack era, resonating with generations of viewers, and it still holds a powerful place in pop culture. But what makes this track so impactful, and why does it still strike a chord with us even decades later? When The Breakfast Club first hit theaters in 1985, John Hughes had already established himself as a master of capturing the angst and rebellious spirit of adolescence. The movie, set in a high school library during a Saturday detention, brought together 5 diverse students, all dealing with their own struggles with identity, family, and peer pressure. In the film's finale, after the students have shared their personal stories and bonded, we hear Don't You Forget About Me playing over a poignant montage. This final scene, where the students leave the school in different directions, but with a sense of unity and mutual understanding, sets the perfect emotional tone. It encapsulates the entire essence of the film, the shared, often painful experience of growing up. The song isn't just background music, it's an emotional punctuation mark that ties the film's theme together. Written specifically for the film, Simple Minds' Don't You Forget About Me plays as a reminder of the movie's central message about human connection, change, and leaving a lasting impression on each other's lives. Don't You Forget About Me wasn't just another track. It became the unofficial anthem for The Breakfast Club. Released in early 1985, the song was written at the request of filmmakers, and as they needed a track to close the film. Originally, it wasn't even meant to be a Simple Minds song. The band was hesitant at first, worried it would be too commercial for their usual style. But once they got the direction and felt the emotional weight of the film, they poured their all into this track, and it turned out to be a massive success. The song reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became inextricably tied to the cultural moment of the 1980s. The soft synth layers paired with Jim Kerr's emotional, almost pleading vocal delivery made it perfect for the film's bittersweet ending. The song wasn't just a hit, it was a reflection of a generation's mood, hopeful, uncertain, and trying to figure out who they were. Over the years, it has been referenced in various forms of media, from TV shows to commercials to its association with The Breakfast Club. Really, its meaning is only deepened. The melancholy, almost nostalgic tone, coupled with the universal plea to not forget, captures the teenage experience of feeling both invisible and deeply connected to others at the same time. As much as the song is memorable, it's also the way it underscores the emotional climax of The Breakfast Club that has solidified its place in history. The scene where our heroes walk out of the school and break away from each other is one of cinema's most iconic moments. The music provides the perfect emotional resonance, almost as if the song itself is speaking to each of the characters and the audience. It's an anthem for youth, for change, and for self-discovery. The lyrics, "Don't you forget about me and I'll be dancing, you know it baby," capture a feeling of quiet yearning, a wish to be remembered and acknowledged, even if one's existence feels small in the grand scheme of life. It speaks to the emotional complexity of growing up, something all 5 characters in the film experience, and also resonates deeply with viewers, especially young adults or those looking back at their own high school years. For decades after its release, Don't You Forget About Me has remained an essential part of pop culture, long after the Brat Pack era faded. I actually was first exposed to it when I watched Pitch Perfect, not even The Breakfast Club. It's the song that plays in the background of high school reunions, nostalgic 80s retrospectives, and even at the end of various teen movies that want to capture a sense of youthful optimism or reflection. Its legacy extends beyond just the Breakfast Club anthem. It became a symbol of not only the 80s, but also of coming-of-age moments in general. It reflects the desire for connection, for recognition, and for meaning. The film's ending with the students walk towards their futures as the song swells in the background made us feel like these characters' stories weren't just confined to one movie. They lived on. John Hughes was no stranger to using music to amplify the emotional beats of his film. His movies are known for their unforgettable soundtracks, and The Breakfast Club is no exception. But what sets Don't You Forget About Me apart from the other tracks Hughes has used is its direct connection to the themes of The Breakfast Club. While songs like If You Leave by Orchestral Maneuvers, In the Dark, or Bizarre Love Triangle by New Order were a great example of 80s pop sensibilities, Don't You Forget About Me was an anthem that summed up the message of the movie itself perfectly. The song's lyrics convey a sentiment that was central to Hughes's work. Again, a desire to be understood and remembered. And in a way, Hughes's work and this song is about the fleeting yet profound nature of youth and the search for validation and what we learn along the way. That's why decades later, it's still a powerful reflection of the growing pains we all experience. At its core, Don't You Forget About Me isn't just a great 80s anthem, it's a lasting reminder of the emotional depth and cultural significance of The Breakfast Club. The song's success, paired with its flawless integration into the film's final moments, turned it into more than just a closing track. It became the closing track. It became a symbol of the generation that grew up watching Hughes' films. The legacy of The Breakfast Club and his music endures because it speaks to something universal. The tension between feeling both insignificant and incredibly important at the same time. It reminds us all of our high school years, that bittersweet period of transformation. And of course, it reminds us to hold on to those who leave a lasting impression. Because as the song says, don't you forget about me. That's all for today, though. Let me know if there's any other 80s teen films that you want me to cover. And happy 40th, early 40th birthday to Don't You Forget About Me and The Breakfast Club. Again, if you like this video, give it a like, comment, and subscribe. And that's all for today. Bye-bye.